All right, it is Thursday, January 21st. Let's take a look at some more stocks because the market is hot. There's moves all over the place. It's crazy. Gotta love this market. Let's start with GERN. All right, Garan Corp, 294 million float, short growth 14%, market cap 530 million, insiders in 5%, institutions 51%. That's good. Debt 29 million. It's not bad. A little bit overvalued. Biotechnology company develops uh, telomerase inhibitor and imstelstat, a hematologic myeloid malignancies. Firm develops therapeutic products for oncology. It was founded by Michael D. West on November 28, 1990, and headquartered in Molino Park, California. Insiders, 9,000 buys, no sells. All right, let's take a look at Finviz. All right, they have Peter's very slow. Minus 80 million income, 0.04 million sales, 296 million float. It's a higher float. January 21st, get around reports inducement grants on their NASDAQ listing rule 5635. I didn't look that up. Look, didn't really move it in the stock today that much. There's a phase 2/3, two-third clinical trials, whatever that means. All right, let's look at the monthly. This has been around since 1996. Huge spike up in the dot-com bubble, 70 plus. But I notice here this has no splits. It's incredible. And from there, this has been in a range like 1 to pretty much like maybe 14, then you go lower to 10. Weekly, look at this back and forth, back and forth. So, it's been in this range for a while. I had this line drawn that was a falling wedge. And let's look in a deeper picture though. There is the bottom of this gap is right here. And you go along this line. What is that? 225 line? Yeah, we'll call it 225. That's a big line on this stock. So this stock was 625, huge drop to 225. Then we crashed down further to 75 cents or $1. And then 75 cents is the ultimate line on this right now. And your little, recent moves this past year. So look at this back and forth, trend line to trend line in between. Touched one here, almost two, three, four. And where we're at now is somewhere in the middle. Right here, 175. What's it going to do here? Well, if we want it to break up again, it's got to get through a lot of these prices. Has to get above two. Get this back here. I think it has to get above 225. Yeah, if it gets above 225, we're into the gap. That must mean it's really good news. So if it gets there, and then it stays above 225, this has a huge gap to fill. This has great potential. It's one of these back and forth. Eventually, you'll get the news will pop on this. Pretty sure. Nothing's definite. You want 150 to hold, or else back down from each line, quarter to one, and 75 cent will be really bad downtrend. Although you could get it there if it goes to 75. So we're in the middle here, indecision. It's not really doing much. It was at 155 recently. You want that to hold there. All right, that's GERN. HTBX. All right, this is a Heat Biologics. Float 22 million, market cap 161 million, 117 million cash, 71% stock splits, insiders 2%, institutions 7%, 1.94 million debt. It's only valued at 29 million, so it seems overvalued. clinical stage company which engages in development of immunotherapies designed to activate and expand patients' T cell mediated immune system against cancer. It's founded by Jeffrey Allen Wolf, June 10th, 2008, headquarters in Morrisville, North Carolina. We have a lot of buys here. See, that's a lot of buys. Didn't add it up here on Trade Ideas. All right, let's go to FinViz. Income minus 22 million, sales 4.3 million, 21 million float on here. Heat Biologics CEO to participate in fireside chat at B. Riley Securities Oncology Conference. Commences manufacturing process of ZVX60. That was recent news. What else do they say here? All right. It has collaboration with Wiseman Biomanufacturing to manufacture COVID-19 vaccine. So they have COVID news. So basically the stocks, against cancer, T cell activation, and expansion. Let's look at the monthly. Stock came about 2013. You have a split, two splits recently. You can see the way down it went. Down we go. Back and forth. 2017 was a big rip down. Right here, big move. 2017, big gap down. Yeah, down we go. Had the split. It was 220, whatever it was. Then we went to 2018, reverse split. Big move up. That was in May. Then down we go again. And it touched this $2 line. We're just below $2. Yeah, here we are. So March, this bounced sideways at 4, low getting higher. Here we go. Then we really just ramp up. This went to 28. This was on fire. You can see right here, this line is huge. It's an 8 line. And then, we came back down again. We found that line, did a reverse split again. So the next move on this, you wanted to break 8. I'll take this out. Here's the 8 line. So you can see back here, see this one, almost 2 touches. Here's another touch here. Came back and forth we get to this 8 line. So if we break 8 again, 8 holds, you're looking at 10 plus. This could have a monster move again. It looks like possibly that could happen. So 8 right here. And then I'm looking back here. Let's bring this line all the way back I'm trying to get all the way back here. So it goes back to 2020, 2019. You can see here. Then 2018. See it here we touch. That's a big line. And then the low on this, it looks like 2, just below 2. And then you have a line here at 4. Then immediate lines. I'm trying to see here. 5 line. Looks like this 5 line is pretty big. Yeah, we'll call it a line here in this 5 line. Because it did touch a few times here, and this looks like pretty decent support. As I put this on here. Get on there. Get on the line. All right. So you can see here. See this? Up and down. Everything's a line, or you can do channels. You can do, triangles or trend lines. So here we are in this zone. So you can see where this could go, and has potential again with this stock. So we'll see what this does. All right, SELB. Selecta Biosciences, 71 million float, 374 million market cap, good cash. Insiders, 33%. Institutions, 55%. Current debt, 35 million, not bad, a little bit overvalued. operates a clinical stage biopharmaceutical company, engages research development of nonpartitide immunomonodulatory drugs for treatment and prevention of human diseases. Company is founded by Omid C. Farakazad, Robert S. Langer Jr., and Ulrich von Andrian, 2007, headquartered in Watertown, Massachusetts. 5,000 buys, 6,000 sells. Okay. All right, Finviz, minus 68 million income, sales 11 million, float 79 million. No news since January 6th and 4th. Going further down here, company's lead product is SELB 212, phase 2. Gene therapy is SELB 302 and SELB 313. Agreements with Spark Therapeutics, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, Shenyang Sunshine Pharmaceutical, Bind Therapeutics, and Asclepius Pharmaceutical, Sarepta Therapeutics, and IgAN Biosciences, Selecta Biosciences. So they have a lot, it seems like, partnerships or who they're working with. Monthly, 2016, 14 in between. This bounced hard up to 28, back and forth, 22, 16, then we bottom. This doesn't look like it has any splits. We look at the weekly. You see big ridges. This makes big ridges. We're down at the bottom again. Take out these lines here. And you can see pretty much we're basing here. And we have a chance to go up in this too. This is a lot of phase drugs. And let's look at the longer picture here. So right at this 5 line, looks like a pretty big line. Right here, this goes back to 2019. Yeah, it almost touched. So it's not officially really touching except back there, back in that 2019. And then the low is right here, which is back at, what price is that? Actually can make it 150. 150 line. Can't get these lines together. Come on. Pretty close. So the 150 line's here. So back and forth. This is a big drop from 16 to that 150 line. See, we went back and forth. Then we went up to 5. You know, we're sort of in the middle here. What's this going to do? We triple bottom like 1, 2, 3. Big gap up from October. Looks like it wants to get over this 350 line. And then if we can get back to 5. If it gets good, drug results, I guess. Anything, else it's involved in. You want this to hold 325 or else 3 and lower, we're going down. So we're caught in between here. It could go either way. It depends. But it looks like, the way stocks are going, the way this has been bottoming, we could get another test of that. Then you have big move up here. Longer term, this has good chance to come up with all these drugs they have, I guess. All right. TRVN, last one. Trevena Incorporated, float 149 million, market cap 340 million. Insiders in 4%, institutions 9%, 7.97 million debt. Enterprise value is a little bit less. Stages in development of commercialization of novel medicines, patients affected by central nervous system disorders. Its product candidates include L-ceridine injection. This has a 250 line, 734, and 045 line. It's founded by Maxine Gowan, Robert Joseph Lekowitz, Scott Dwyer, Howard A. Rockman, Jonathan Violin, and Eric Whalen. November 9th, 2007, headquarters in Chesterbrook, PA. 250,000 buys, 23,000 sells. This has minus 23 million income, sales 3 million. Floats higher, 155 million again. No news in this. January 6th and 7th, last news, and not much news coming out. What else do they have here? They have a phase 3. I'm reading a phase 1. Company is a collaboration with Imperial College London to evaluate TVR027 in COVID-19 patients. The COVID space, there you go. All right, and this came out in 2014. Messed around with the 7 level, came back down, then bounced to 13. And downward we went. This thing crashed again. Let's see no splits on this. You can see this go back and forth, and this is bottom. And I can take this out. This is a broadening wedge. Take that out. And then I have lines here. It was a falling wedge. All right, so you take that line out. Let's see what we got here. Let's see if we can find some lines. Yeah, this is a big gap up to 7. So bottom of the gap right here is 450 on this. $450 line. And then you have right down here, which is 50-cent line. So the big gap in this thing bottom looks like big reverse head and shoulders from 2019 and a double bottom too in 2020. And then you have another line right here. It looks like this 350 line is very big. See this? Touch, touch. If I get this 50 line correct, come on 50 line. I'm obsessed with lines to get on the line. All right, so see this move in April? Look at this run, 50 cents to 350. I keep saying, like, if you have time, anyone, look at these like penny stocks and look where they might bottom, and then get in, whatever your amount you can, and it's a great play. Look at this here, here. So this big wash in September, then we went up again, then we came down again. We're sort of fading. See this? You want 2 to hold, or else 175 and then 150 is going to be your last stop on this, and then it's going way back down. Now, if this bounces up again, you have 3 to 350, as we can say here, and then eventually you have a big gap up here over 4 plus 5. So it's interesting. We've touched 1, touched 2, almost 3. This is fading back. They get a lot of stuff going on COVID, some phase drugs, so good potential in this too, longer term. All right, that's it for now. Please subscribe to Mike Cannon Trades on YouTube. Hit that like button. TradeIdeas.com referral. Twitter, MikeFrank007. TikTok, MikeFrank III. Instagram, MikeFrank98. StockTwits, Mike Cannon Trades. That is it for now. Peace.